Okay, I'm back with part 2 of my craft room reveal, and I'm into the second cubby storage system. So this is all paper. So the second one is just dedicated to all paper related products. So down here on the bottom is Christmas papers and embellishments in that iris tote. This is all my 6x6 smaller paper pads, and they're kind of stacked on each other. And then the same here with this one. This is all just odd size paper stacks. And up here is just all kinds of photo mat stacks, Julie nutting, just all kinds of things paper related, and smaller paper pads. This is all Anna Griffin related paper, so I have the larger paper pads, some of her pieces that I got from HSN. Well, pretty much all this came from HSN. So, and then we get into the 12 by 12 decorative papers all here, and I did destash a lot of paper, but this is still what I'm left with, these 3 shelves right here of 12 by 12 paper. So it's still a lot, but it's not near the amount that I had before. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got now, and I'm not buying anything else. So I don't care how cute the paper is that I'm seeing on the Hoard videos. I'm not going to get anything. This is how I store the napkins. This is all decorative napkins. This is all foam, felt, the glitter, fabric from Hobby Lobby. Cardstock, 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and other miscellaneous papers. This is just how I'm storing this. Same up here. I've got smaller cardstock up here, and then this is just other, just kind of specialty papers. Sizzix paper leather, and more glitter paper, and cork sheets. And I do have these in the Avery L job folder tickets. That's how I keep all those stored. Alright, and then over here, let me see if I can come out. This is how I'm storing all my craft paper rolls and gift wrap paper, those cute little papers. I do other things other than gift wrapping with these. I do make, like little bags when I'm in swaps and stuff. I usually use these because you can get a lot of bags and stuff made out of these paper rolls when you're in a swap and you're making, 4 or 5 of the exact same thing. So that's why I have a lot of this paper. I do need to get one more of the IKEA bag holders, so the next time I'm at IKEA I'm going to pick up a couple more of these because they're great for that. And they're also great, I saw on Pinterest, where you can do the vinyl for your Cameo, store it vertically instead of, horizontal instead of vertically. So I like that idea, so I'm going to pick up a few of those. This is how I am. I do have my die cutting station is over here now. I'll go into that in just a few minutes, but some of the stuff that didn't fit had to come up against this cubby over here. So this is a CD tower that I painted. I got this, from my boyfriend who wasn't using it. Was going to trash it, so I grabbed it and snagged it and painted it, and I knew I wanted to use it for die storage. And all of my Tim Holtz Biggs dies fit in here, so it was a great fit. And I really like the way that turned out with them storing those there like that. So I can just snag those. And then I have this big CD tower up here as well, so just down at the top. And it is a carousel that turns because this is double-sided. There is another more dies on the other side, but it's kind of shot now. The carousel's kind of shot from the weight that's been sitting on it for all these years. I got that from a Craigslist sale or something. And here's the paint storage that was made by my ex-boyfriend. It was custom built. I think I have a video on this really old one from a few years ago where my ex-boyfriend was making this for me. And it's a spray It was just going to be to hold paints, and this is where all my spray paints are kept now. And it was the raw wood color. My ex-boyfriend did not want me to paint this. He said he'd kill me if I painted it. And so it sat up on my wall all these years in here, unpainted, unfinished. And so when everything came down and out, I totally painted this thing now. So I painted it in a white chalk paint. Or spray paint. Maybe I did it in a spray paint. I don't remember. Everything's running together now. So I painted it and put all my sprays back in, and I just love the way that looks. When I got rid of that third Michaels cart, rolling cart, I did use this cart that I had. I had ribbons in this, and my craft paints fit in it perfectly, so I wanted to use it for that. And then I have all my golden paints on that second shelf, and then miscellaneous other paints on the third and fourth shelves. And I love the way that that turned out, and it tucked really beautifully underneath my spray tower, or spray furniture piece here. So I like the way that turned out. So yeah, so that's that. Over here, nothing changed on these walls. My ex was really brilliant in cutting this bulletin board in half so that I could have a bulletin board on my wall. And when it's closed, you can't hardly even tell. So I really love that. So I didn't change anything over here, and I kept my movers and shapers magnetic board storage the same. I got these pieces right here, the hooks from Hobby Lobby, and this is just where all my other fibers are kept. It's just so much easier than spooling it, so I kept that all the same. And then you get into the closet, and I have all alterables up at the top here. So I still have downstairs in my closet cubby storage area a whole bunch of other alterables. I didn't want to clog up my craft room with it, so that's why it's all down in the closet. But this is kind of the stuff I didn't want to keep down there, like saw crafters, alterables, and mini albums, and that sort of thing. So, and then what I've got over here is Christmas stuff to the far right. That's what that all is. I did put some fabric up here in these hanging wire. Closet Made, I think, is who makes those drop down baskets that you can attach to the wire shelf system. So I have 3 of those up in here, and I've got fabric in it. And then I have stabilizers and everything to the far left. And then on the middle rack, all these iris cases are holding. Like, I think this whole thing right here is just all, I believe that's all Creative Embellishments chipboard, and then this is just other miscellaneous chipboard shapes and alphas. More Christmas paper, Halloween paper and embellishments. And then you come over here to the far right, and this was another Pinterest inspired item that I got. It is a bag holder that hangs off of a closet bag holder, and I got that from Amazon. And this is just how I'm storing yarn, funky fiber, whatever you call that, I can't remember now. Just some miscellaneous trims that don't fit anywhere else. Some sari ribbons, that sort of thing, are all down here. And it's also on the back side as well. Whoops, I don't even think I was in frame when I was showing all that, but anyway, you get the idea. And this just comes right out, so it's really convenient. I can just pop that thing right out if I can't reach it. This is how I wound up cutting down. I wound up cutting down the custom-made shelves so that I could use it for glitter storage in here. So they're like floating shelf. It's a floating shelf system, and again, it was just custom made. It's just a 2 by whatever length the wood was, with the mold piece on the front, and then the hardware hanging in the back. So I cut it down, and I'm using that now for the glitter storage. I did have a bunch of leftovers, so this is where a lot of the smaller glitter pieces are kept, and I'm using a makeup organizer right here from the Dollar Tree for some of the smaller storage. So anyway, I like the way that turned out. This is where my Mink and Fused are going to be stored from now on. And I like how easily accessible it is. I got these trays that they're in from HSN. They were having a clearance blowout, and so I picked up 3 sets. That's what's holding some of the Christmas ephemera on top of that box up there. So my Mink is on the top, my Fuse is on the bottom. These are the ribbon storage systems that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I love these because they're compartmentalized. I love these pieces right here. So I've got 3 of those, and they house almost, not all, but all my trims, but it's somewhat by color and type. So like all Chinese braid is in this, and so that's how that's stored. And then the rest of this all down, all these drawer systems right here, this is all ribbons. So I think this is like Christmas ribbons. This is just, it's packed because I have not only on the bottom, but I've got it stacked on top too. It's ridiculous, the hoard. So this is how I have all these stored, kind of by color, kind of, sort of. And this cabinet is not wanting to stay flush, so it's really light compared to all the rest of the cabinets, which are super heavy. This is like all collage papers right here, and underneath is a bunch of tissue paper. This is more Mink supplies that did not fit in that storage right over here. Again, more Mink. This is grunge board and paper. The whole thing is full too, so I have a lot of that because it was clearanced out at Joann. Embossing folders. This is how I have this is how I have embossing folders. Nothing's labeled. I have to thumb through everything. So I really do need to get some kind of system in place for organizing all these. And I still have more embossing folders over in my die cutting station, but this is where I store 12 by 12 cardstocks, specialty papers, glitter papers, acetate sheets. And then I saw Sabrina Ann had done a, let me turn this light on. No, I don't know if that helped, but Sabrina Ann had done a Rascog cart and a candy station theme, and she had her shred in these little bowls, fish bowls from Dollar Tree, and I love that idea. So I have all my shred in these little fish bowls. Then in here, this is just stuff I don't access that much. So like ring binders from Tim Holtz, miscellaneous ring binders, bottle caps, magnetic closures. Got so much stuff, it's not even funny. This is just all Valentine. This is just all Valentine and hearts and love themed ephemera. This is all Christmas Christmas trims, Christmas gift boxes. This is duct tape. This is all the different pattern duct tapes and gift boxes. This is stuff to use in swaps. Gift boxes I picked up from Dollar Tree. This is the same. This is all like gift bags from Dollar Tree. Clear bags for when I do swaps. Pattern, more gift boxes and pattern bags. Just this is why I am not spending any more money anymore. I was shopping my hoard as I was remodeling, and yeah, it's kind of a hot mess. This is like all Christmas florals. I got these storage totes at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. More Christmas stuff. This is all fabric swatches. Still have a lot of that. This is all lace. It's either lace by the yard or curtains, tablecloths, whatever. This is the Anna Griffin gift wrap cutter that I got from HSN. And then this is how I am. This is another type of closet organizer that's clear so you can, you know, see everything. I really like that. This is how I'm storing like that vinyl at Hobby Lobby. More shorter of vinyl. These are vinyl fabric swatches. Oh, I don't even know if you can see that. Tulle knitting. That's just the way I'm storing that. And this is that Dollar Tree light. I saw Louisa do that. I thought it was a brilliant idea, so I got that. And I think that's it. I think I covered the closet. So that's how I have everything stored in there. And now I've got the die cutting system. I love the way this turned out. So I have those IKEA reels that are housing all my punches. And I really like how I have my extended platform Big Shot. This is Big Shot Plus. I love how I can just like come out here now and just die cut right here. I don't have to move that machine, so that's really great. And I have just a little bit more stuff hanging on the wall here that didn't fit in the We Are Memory Keepers. This little, you know, punch board organizer. So I put some C-cup hooks on the wall, and this is kind of how I'm just doing the leftover stuff that was too big and bulky to sit in this. So, and then I've got like big dies, the extended, these are the extended dies, the bigger ones. So I have those here, you know, like the really long ones. And this is just all the accessories for the platform. Then in here I have more embossing folders. These are kind of like the oversized ones that won't fit in those shorter. And then this is how I'm storing all the other Sizzix dies that aren't Tim Holtz. So it's jam full. I mean, I've even got it, you know, where I'm having to stack them on top. And get on the floor. Ugh, okay. This is, am I out all the way? There we go. This is like all specialty paper, so specialty stamping paper, canvas paper, mat board. Just that Martha Stewart kind of paper that didn't fit in the other drawer. This is all chipboard, black craft and white chipboard. More dies that are stacked on top of each other. You can see I got some from a, this came from a garage sale actually. So I looked out and found somebody who was getting out of crafting, and she had a whole bunch of Sizzix dies for $1 each. It was great. And this is how I'm storing all of my thin dies. So these either came from AliExpress, HSN, there's some Anna Griffin ones, a lot of AliExpress, Heartfelt Creations. So this will have the stamp and die all in here. So I'm about to run out of room here, so that's going to be a problem if I continue buying dies, which I don't plan on doing, but you know how we get so easily enabled. These 3 totes right here, these are just full of stickers and other packaged embellishments. Oh, come on, get back up in there. So, kind of a hot mess. Here's another storage piece that I got from either Hobby Lobby or Home Depot. That's all metals, more small wood pieces. Stay in place. I wish everything was heavy enough where it would at least sit. Handmade embellishments. Now I gotta stand back up. More stickers. A lot of the Dollar Tree ones are in this one. Sizzlets are all stored in here, even the small ones. This is an Anna Griffin, couple of punches that I couldn't fit up top on the rails. These are mainly the Prima planner metal cutting guys. I got this storage bin from Big Lots last year. And my clay pasta machine. I'm so tired. This is a long video. Okay, so that is it around the room, and all that's left is this center island piece. And I absolutely love the way that this turned out. So what happened here is this is a 6 cubby shelf system that I got from Walmart. I actually went in the store and got this. So this is back in the furniture. And I have 2 of them. So I backed them up against each other. Framed it out at the bottom and the top with the little piece of lumber here just to connect the 2 pieces together. There's a bunch of construction adhesive on the back sides of the units too to try to keep it together, but this is basically all that's holding it together. And so I backed them up together, put the trim pieces on, went to Lowe's and got this big 24-inch or whatever size that is tile. I think it's a 24-inch tile piece. And it's just one piece of tile. And I love the way that this turned out. I got this little swan. I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but I just thought he went with the top, that marble top. So pretty. I just love that. And then what I did is I covered the outside with Laura Ashley contact paper that I'd picked up from Tuesday Morning a few years ago. It's just been sitting and I never used it, and I knew eventually I'd use it on something, and this is what I used it on. So it's just contact paper on the outside of that. And then I did attach a couple of the IKEA rails to it. So it has all my jewelry tools out here. And then just some other miscellaneous things, some sewing notions to the far left, and then cutting scissors on the right. This is how I have, gotta sit down. This is how I have my adhesives, bunch of rags back there, and another box that I altered with paper napkins. This is how I have these little, what are these called? You know what I'm talking about, what these are. The Craft Mates. So this is just kind of how I have a bunch of like jewelry things sorted. Can't really see it, but so I've got jewelry in here. This is how I store all my eyelets. Let me show you that, because this is great storage if you have a lot of the extra large eyelets or any eyelets. So you have it kind of sorted by color here. I have the smaller ones. So I love that storage for storing eyelets. Sequin storage. I have sequin storage kind of spread all over the place because I still haven't figured out a really good system for that, for it to all fit in one little cubby. Because right now I have them in these Harbor Freight storage boxes, and you know, there's more back here. But I do have a lot that don't fit in those Harbor Freight systems because there's just too much of it. And even trying to put in these little boxes, you'd have like 4 or 5 for just one color. And so I just had to have something bigger. And I also have it in this piece. I picked up this cute little craft tote from Ross. And it's really, really cute. But this is how I'm storing, you know, just some more sequin things in here. And so sequin, I haven't mastered the storage of that yet. This is another little storage piece, I think, from Walmart, and that just houses a bunch of charms that I'm using for planner dangles. This is how I have my bling stored in these plastic containers. This is another Pinterest inspired idea. Is fronting the front of the plastic storage with a piece of white cardstock and then doing some kind of labeling system. I really like that. So I want to find some more of those. plastic containers. I got like 5 of them at, they came in a 5-pack at Ross for like $6 or something like that. So then I have more storage down here. Crate paper. This is how I'm storing cupcake liners. Feathers. Shells down on the bottom. So it's like all shells. So I have a... And then over here on this side is more jewelry. This is all wire. This is everything that has to do with wire, even the wire wrapping tool. Just some miscellaneous mixed media tools and those cups there. And then over here, this is just all ephemera. Again, I have a lot of ephemera. Peachy Cheap is really a big enabler for getting ephemera packs and stuff, so that's where a lot of these came from. Or Tuesday Morning. This is more card bases, envelopes. This is where I wound up putting more of my paints and stuff that I got rid of from one of the carts over there. So just all kinds of paints and stuff. This Dollar Tree bin right here. This is how I store my Brush-Os. I do use the system of putting the tack and the thumbtack at the very top. I really like that for using those. Faber-Castell. I have 3 pallets of these Twinkling H2Os, more watercolor, Karen Biash, watercolors, just tons of watercolor. Oh man, making a mess now. You get it all perfect and then you show a video and you ruin it all. Alright, and then down here I have like utility fabrics. So this is like all burlap, felt, and this is canvas and some satin. So that's it, you guys. Oh, I forgot to say, I don't know if I mentioned that I have my dies using the magnet strips here on the side. I don't think I did cover that. So just to reinforce the back, I did use score tape on the back side just to really make sure that those suckers stay on the cabinet. So I just have my extra long Anna Griffin dies and the Spellbinders. Yeah, okay. I can't think of the name right now. Anyway, all those dies are on the magnet, just hanging on the magnets because they're just too big to go into the folders. So yeah, this is it, you guys. This is the overview of my craft room. Sorry it was a really long video, but this time around I wanted to get more into how I actually store things instead of just doing an, overview and showing you what all was done. Because some people have asked, because I'm nosy too. I want to see what other people's craft room is like and how they're storing things. So if you have any questions about how where I picked up an organizer or how I have things stored, just leave a question down below and I'll be more than happy to answer it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully next time I'll be doing a crafty video. This is really inspiring me to get back into it. So, alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!